Break out your cast iron skillet for this Southwestern sweet potato hash. Alright, before we get going on this recipe, make sure to subscribe and click notifications so you can see all our wonderful videos. And right after making this hash video, we are going to show you the perfect way of cleaning a cast iron pan. Let's get going with our sweet potato hash. So first we are going to start off by taking off the top and the bottom of our sweet potato. Then we are going to take our peeler and peel our sweet potato. Oftentimes when peeling a sweet potato, you can run into these eyes. All you have to do is take your peeler, you can just scoop in like you were scooping an ice cream and it comes right off. Now, we don't want our potato to roll off our chopping board, so a little thing I like to do is create a flat, even layer on your first initial slice, and that's going to enable us to have a potato that's going to lay still without movement whatsoever. We're going to dice up our sweet potatoes into small, even cubes, and then we're ready to go. You really want to make sure all your ingredients are prepped before you start cooking. First, we're going to start by turning on our flame on our cast iron pan, and we will be adding 2 tablespoons of oil. You know your oil is ready when it can move freely in the pan. For our sweet potato hash, we will be using ground pork, and you can use any protein you would like to use for this. What's going to give it that nice hash breakfasty vibe is our McCormick Southwest Ranch seasoning. And we're going to give it a nice mix. This is going to add so much flavor and it smells so good right now. Our ground pork looks ready. By using a slotted spoon, we can keep all the juices in the pan. Now let's set this aside for later and it's time to cook our veggies. Now let's add our sweet potatoes onto our cast iron pan. Make sure that they are all in an even layer. We are going to cook this until the potatoes are tender. How do you know if your potato is ready? You need a fork. Once it goes through, it's ready. Now that my sweet potatoes are tender, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and my bell peppers. And now that I've added my onion and bell peppers, I'm going to boost up that flavor with even more Southwest Ranch seasoning. Southwest Ranch! And once our seasoning's in, just give it a nice little mixy mix once again. As you're mixing, you really want to scrape the bottom of your pan to make sure that all those wonderful flavors are incorporated. So we want to cook this for 3 more minutes, and then let's add our pork back in. Make sure you give it 1 more mixing so it's fully incorporated with our sweet potatoes. And all that's left is to add our egg. So what we're going to do is create an even layer in the bottom of our pan, and we are going to go ahead and grab ourselves a measuring cup. Now, what's the measuring cup for? To create little nests for our eggs. And we are going to add it right onto the little nest that we made. Now, let's take it to that next level by adding some cheese. So what's great about a cast iron is that this can go directly into my oven. And now it's time to finish this off. And into the oven it goes. Look at that, look at that. My eggs are just set. My cheese has been melted. What better way to give it some Southwestern vibes by adding a few more tomatoes, some scallions, jalapeno for some heat, and some avocados. All right, and now it's time to eat. Make sure you get a whole egg right on my plate. This looks so amazing. I can't wait to dig into it. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. A perfectly runny yolk, crispy sweet potatoes, and wonderful Southwestern ranch flavors. I can't wait for everybody to try this. Maintaining a cast iron pan can seem daunting, but all you have to do after using a cast iron pan is put it right on top of our burner, put it over medium heat, and to this we are going to add salt into it. And as we add our salt, we will be continuously swirling it around with a wooden spoon until our salt turns gray in color and some light smoke starts to appear on that. Once your smoke is already there, now we want a nice white smoke. Gray smoke can be a bad indicator that your pan is on fire. Turn off the flame and let your pan cool for 45 minutes. Right after this, all you really have to do is wipe off the salt from your pan and you will be guaranteed to have a clean and well-seasoned cast iron pan. If you enjoyed today's recipe, please make sure to give it a good old thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our McCormick Spice YouTube channel for more recipes from our test kitchen chefs. Have a good one.